Well, here we are at Sandbraes in Waiting Bay. Tide's out. I would say it's just starting to turn because you can hear the waves. When they start to turn, the waves get noisier, you know. So even though you've not been here, you can tell it gets noisier when it starts to come back in, and also the sand is dry, so it hasn't been here. It's coming back. If it was on its way out, the sand would be sopping wet. So I've got a couple of swans there, and the sun in front of me making the water all shiny and lovely. There's another swan over there, and beside me I have Sally the Intrepid Explorer with the Dog Detective Agency. So she's always exploring and investigating things. So that's her, Sally the Intrepid Dog Detective. There she goes. And the reason I'm here is walking Sally, but the tide is out, so I get to see Waiting Bay from quite far away. So I'll just pan round so you can see exactly how far away everything is, and then I'll focus in on a few things. I mean, really, what a lovely beach. It really is amazing, isn't it? I'm so far away from the village. There are sandier bits of beach, but that's okay. Now actually, just to prove the point about the tide coming in, when I stood here at the beginning, I was a little bit away from the water, and already the water's lapping at my feet. So I might have to move at some point. We'll see. I'll stay with that anyway. We'll use it as a test. I won't move my foot, see if it actually starts hitting it. Right, so I'll zoom in as far as I can with this, 5 times zoom. Okay, so there's Black Rocks over there now. And pointing that way there, far end of the village, Montrose Terrace, and the centre of the village as well, all over there. In the centre now is the primary school and the old church. Oh no, sorry, that's not right. Yes, that's right. That's the old bank in the centre just now. In the wrong place. There we go. Old bank. And then here we go to there. That's the old church. And the primary school. What was the Royal Hotel? I'll just call them what it used to be. The buildings are still there. The grand old buildings are still there. It still looks lovely. So what we've got, the Cameronia, the Burlington, the Invermay, that's the Arran Brewery guest house. There's what was Trafalgar, Gigi's place, with the holiday cottage in front of the beach, amazing. Then we've got the village shop there. In blue, that's the village shop right in the centre with the cafe up at Sandbraes. Garage is behind there out of sight. All these lovely houses at Sandbraes playing field, which is there. And then we'll come round a couple of lovely houses on the beach, and behind that Sandbraes Church. Down to where the tennis courts used to be in the old days. I've never seen them. There's Duncan Russell's new place, Ronnie Mann, and away down to the end to what I've always called Steph Homer's house, where he used to live before he left. And then Holy Isle and the lighthouse. Now, just coming back to what I was talking about at the beginning. Let's go back to where my feet are. I'm facing the other way, but my feet have only just turned round. The water is right on them now. In fact, it's that's gone past them. So I was definitely right with my theory about the tide coming in. It's certainly doing that. It's about to submerge my shoes. I'm going to have to move them because it's here. Okay, one last thing to do. Just see what Sally's thinking about. What's going on in that doggy brain? Well, something is. Do you know the funny thing? Sometimes I think she can't even see me like 50 yards away. Yeah, there's a person walking away over there. She's intently staring at that person. I'll just show you what I'm looking at. I mean, you can't even hardly see the person. I'll zoom in. There is a person. Is she looking at that person? I'm not sure. Or maybe she's just generally looking. Who knows? Maybe she's just looking at that bit of seaweed. Or that stone. Oh, and while we're at it, there's the folk swimming in the sea. Now, if I'm right, these are the same people, they do it every day. They go swimming in the sea. And they all live around here. Brave souls. I'm told it energises you, makes you feel great. You get better at it the longer you do it. You know, your body becomes accustomed to the cold. It's a funny thing. I mean, I go around over hills in the winter and all this kind of stuff, and people think I'm mad. But I think, you know, that sounds much harder to me. Swimming in the sea at any time of year, it just seems, well, absolutely perishingly cold. And maybe I should lend them my waterproof camera and then they can test it for me and I won't have to go in the water or anything to find out what it's capable of. But if I thought about it, that's what I would have done. Anyway, there we go. Very good for you apparently. I suppose just like running over a hill. You know, you're energised. Your whole body comes alive. The body feeds the mind. What's good for the body is good for the mind. And they feel great afterwards. There we go, just walking straight in, no problem. I think I'll just keep filming actually. I think it's amazing to watch people go out into the sea. It's just not, it just wouldn't be me. I know. It's like I fancy the idea, but the reality, it just doesn't appeal. Especially with like jellyfish and things like that. But how can you say? Because I don't do it. These people do it. There's one swimming. The one on the right is swimming about now, right near that swan. And the rest of them are just about to go in. So I mean, I can't comment on it really. It's not something I do. They know what they're doing. Anyway, good for them. There we go. Right, okay, better go and get on with this dog walk. See you all later. Ta-ta, TTFN.